All right, guys, welcome in. Welcome back. Give me a minute here. I'm still setting up. And we're going to be going live just on the main channel. So once I get this going, I'm going to shut over on the backup channel. Once I get this going, we are going to jump over to the backup channel. And I'll post the link and put it in the description of the main channel. But I got to get everything set up here. I'm just trying to get started. So give me a minute, get everything all rigged up here, and then we'll jump into the show. Had an article come out today about cloud seeding over the west coast, the Colorado River, which we'll jump into here in just a few minutes. Once I get this all done here. And get the link to the other live stream posted into the other channel. I gotta do the dang tags, man. I think I'm ready, and then I'm not ready. Copy. There's a lot to getting all this stuff going every night. Now that's freaking out. Paste, save, share, copy the link, copy video link. So now where'd my other browser go? All right, so if you're on the, oh, you know, if the chat's working. If you're on the main channel, here's the link to the live backup channel. Now I got to put it, I got to get to the main channel broadcast and put it in the description, so people jump into this show, they can jump over to the right channel. Okay, so let me enter link to show. Paste. All right, there's that. All right, so I'm going to post this link one more time into the live chat, and then I'm going to shut down the Mike Morales channel. Will be over just on the AGWN channel. I have to alternate these in case I say something that pisses a Google police off. We don't lose both channels. So make sure you subscribe to this channel right here. And then every other night we're going to try to go back and forth between these channels. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and shut down the main channel. And yeah, Rumble's already going. We got Rumble's going, Twitch is going. D Live's going. Above Ground World News Facebook is going. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and shut off the main channel. So if you're on the main channel, jump over to the link I'm posting right now. And then we'll be over there. And we got a lot of good stuff to get into. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to shut off the main channel. Much love. Meet you over on the AGWN. Okay, ending now. All right, now I got the backup channel going. All right, here we go. Still feeling pretty good tonight. Thursday night, we got one more work day. All right, let's take just a quick look here. So there's the storm they conjured up from all the bunker fuel operations, the aerosol campaigns. Have just a couple little tornado warnings popping off right now. We'll jump into this in just a little bit. I got to get through a bunch of these links, so we got a little more bandwidth here. Then we'll get back to the maps. First, the top story though. This come out today. I think it came out today, or actually it came out on the 15th. So yesterday. Wow, this is weird looking. Oh, that's why I'm not looking at the restream. Feds spend $2.4 million on cloud seeding for the Colorado River. Now, some of this is older, but some of it's new. Yeah, this come out. Actually, it came out today, March 16, 2023. So the co-owner and director of field operations for Western Weather Consultants adjusts the amount of silver iodide released near the Bryn, Colorado, January 15, 2016. Remember, PG&E was cloud seeding in 2016, which I could bring that article up too, but they were also cloud seeding all over California at this time, while this company was cloud seeding over Colorado with hopes of increasing precipitation in a process called cloud seeding. The Southern Nevada Water Authority on Thursday, March 16th, 2023 voted to accept a $2.4 million grant from the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation to fund cloud seeding in other western states whose rivers feed the parched desert region. The Southern Nevada Water Authority accepted $2.4 million grant from the U.S. Reclamation to fund cloud seeding. I already read that. The weather modification method uses planes, ground-based cannons to shoot silver iodide crystals into the clouds, attracting moisture to the particles that falls additional snow and rain. The funding comes as the key reservoirs on the Colorado River hit record lows, booming western cities and industries fail to adjust their water to use increasingly shrinking supplies. This money from the reclamation is wonderful. We just have to decide exactly how it's going to benefit us. Colorado's cloud seeding for the Colorado Water Conservation Board. The federal funding will go towards upgrading manual generators to ones that can be remotely operated and using planes to seed clouds in key parts of the Colorado River basins, according to the Southern Nevada Water Authority documents for its board meeting. Securing enough generators could be a challenge. There's not a lot of makers of cloud seeding generators, he said. Oh, BS, they're everywhere. Just go to Utah. Utah is running all the cloud seeding operations in the California mountains. Not only do we have to make there, and there's all kinds of companies. You can buy your own cloud ionizers online. Farmers can buy them. Not only do we have to make sure we can find that, but we can make as many as we need. The Bureau declined to comment about funding decisions. Of course they did. The Southern Nevada Water Authority said that the grant, while administered by Nevada, is not exclusively for the state's benefit. It would also be used to cloud seed in other basins for the benefit of all river users, wrote the public outreach officer. In the upper Colorado River basin, Utah and Colorado have been seeding clouds for decades. They just admitted they are modifying the weather. They have been for decades. Wyoming has nearly a decade of experience. New Mexico recently began approving permits for warm weather seeding in the eastern part of the state. Colorado, Utah, Wyoming each spend about $1 million and $1.5 million a year for cloud seeding. Utah's legislature recently expanded their investment on cloud seeding program in the next year's state budget, allocating more than $14 million. Numerous studies indicate cloud seeding can add 5 to 15% more precipitation from stored clouds. Contractors work with the states to estimate how much ends up in the water supplies. Since 2007, Various groups have contributed to the overall cloud seeding budgets in those states. In 2018, several entities, including Southern Nevada Water Authority, committed to long-term funding for those efforts, about $1.5 million annually. The research that's come out over the last 10 years or so seemed to have convinced them that cloud seeding is a legitimate way to increase snowpack. They will conserve about 2 million to 4 million acre feet of water, up to roughly 1/3. See, all this stuff we've been talking about for over a decade is starting to come true, but yet I get demonetized, deplatformed for talking about this stuff when it's been going on. Other people have been talking about it. Then we see what's, all the particulates coming down, what's in the snow. So here you go. Here's for the non-believers that the weather has not been natural for decades. Once they start injecting things into the atmosphere, it's no longer natural. Of course they're going to buffer us. They always do with these broadcasts like this. So anyway, there's a good article coming out today. And here, let me post the link so you can share it to your social media platforms. Let me post that. And people can kiss our butts, man, because we're right. I was getting some other news. And then at the same time, Nevada could turn off water for residents who use too much. See, they control everything. They want to control how much rain you get. They want to control when it rains. And then they want to control who gets the water. Just like they're doing in Australia, over the United Arab Emirates, everywhere. This is the true climate change. Climate has been changing since the beginning of Earth. Nobody's going to stop it. Nobody's going to change it. They can affect it, but they're not going to do anything to change anything of great value. Just like all the predictions from the past, from Al Gore and all the other crazy people, said the Statue of Liberty would be up to the elbow by water by 2000 or whatever. And hasn't even changed one bit. The water levels are still the same from decades ago. But yet Google wants to censor you and tell you can't talk about it. If you don't believe it, you'll get deplatformed. That's why we're over on the backup tonight. So more control. Some of these articles are good enough. We need to go over a couple times a night. A couple times throughout a couple broadcasts so more people can find out about this. Share these videos out, man. More people need to find out about what's going on with our air, what's going on with our weather, and then the New World Order takeover, how they're using the weather to bring in this New World Order. And that's what I've always said since the beginning. The weather is going to be how they do it. We got a house-sized asteroid discovered this week will fly past Earth on Friday. The Near Earth Object 2023 EY has been posted on the NASA asteroid database. It's about 54 feet wide. It's going to come within 30 million miles of Earth. Most near-Earth objects asteroid range in size from about 10 feet to 25 miles across. NASA discovered asteroid that has a slight chance of hitting Earth on Valentine's Day 2046. Yeah, slight chance. Who knows? And most of these aren't found by NASA. These are found by backyard astronomers like me and other people with telescopes. just like a lot of the sun data. You know, it's more people from their backyards finding this stuff than the professionals. That's why more people need to be watching the skies. We had a cyclone in Peru that I'd never even seen on the maps. At least 6 are dead. Over the last few days, powerful cyclone unleashed torrential rains, battering hundreds of homes, causing major disruptions. Northern areas of the Latin American country, authorities said. I mean, they got waxed pretty good with this thing. And it never even showed on any of the maps. And I really wasn't paying attention to it, but yeah, they got hammered. And then Cyclone Freddy toll surpasses 300. Mozambique counts bodies. You know, I knew this is going to keep on going up and up and up. The zombie cyclone. In fact, I still got somewhere here. I think I had that article. So they're calling it the deadly Cyclone Freddy may be the longest lived, most energetic storm ever recorded. To me, it looked like a test. To me, it looked like they steered it straight across the Indian Ocean, slammed it into Madagascar a few times, reconjured it up over here, slammed it into Mozambique a couple times. I mean, this thing just shot straight across, all the way from Australia where the big antenna array is, the low frequency array. And I mean, it just went straight down a line, blasted into Madagascar, reformed. Insane. Kind of reminded me of Hurricane Florence, when we predicted that to go straight across the Atlantic, and it did. And it hit the exact target. 2 weeks. We predicted where it hit, and it hit exactly in the spot we predicted. The California drought's over. No drought in California. It's gone. Now we have to watch, what do they do with all this water? Are they going to conserve it? Are they going to steal it? Are they going to keep it away from the farmers? Are they going to dump it back out into the ocean? So we'll be keeping our eyes on them. We watch the earth. And then we'll expose whatever they do until they make us not let us. California menaced by heavy rain, flooding after relentless deluge. That's all there is to that article. Bay Area hit by hurricane force winds during atmospheric river. You know, they got categories on these atmospheric rivers, like 1 to 5. I got the website somewhere, but we already know they use electromagnetic energy to steer these atmospheric rivers. Tons of companies do it. You can look up weathergenerator.net, Miles Research Company. Tons of companies out here do it. So they had 77-mile-an-hour wind gusts blew at a high-rise window on Tuesday. You know, all the same storms. We've seen the operation out there. We'll just look at it real quick again. It's totally gone now. No bunker fuel ships, but if we just go back, when they set it up, here they are. All these weird white lines that start as a point and then billow out. These are the shipping industry deploying heavy metal particulates, also known as bunker fuel. Cloud brightening, cloud widening. If I put the enhancement on here, you can really see them. If you go to, this is March 13th, March 14th, they're right up against the Bajas of California. Day before they were just starting. So a 3-day operation to create the storms that we have right now. Pulling it in here, and then you got the convective energy coming up to the Gulf of Mexico. All the aerosol campaigns out ahead of it, pulling it this way. And that's why you got that powerful late winter storm nor'easter, blankets northeast, and 3 feet of snow. We'll take a look at the power outage map here in a little bit. Bio-coastal storm wreaks havoc in the United States. They're digging their way out of the snow from the powerful storm that slammed in the region. They're not only ones getting hammered by weather as California gets drenched by heavy rain once again. Tens of thousands of people without power from late winter storms. Digging out a feet of snow up in the northeast. 2 more feet of snow could land in southern Colorado. Well, they're going to be doing cloud seeding. According to the National Weather Service, heavy snow is set to keep falling in Southern California through Friday morning. Up to 2 feet could hit the Wolf Creek Pass area. Then we got the outbreak of Arctic hail will make its final days of winter across central U.S. Although this season's been a milder winter for the eastern 2/3 of the United States, the final days before spring officially begins on Monday the 20th will be marked by harsh cold from the Arctic. As the last hours of winter tick away, the outbreak of cold air will expand from the central U.S. to much of the east this weekend in the wake of a strengthening storm near the Great Lakes. So we got one more little cold blast here for now. We'll have to see what the Long Ranger does. That pain's kind of coming back. Weather threatens Indian winter crops just before harvesting. See, we'll see this. They'll flood us out, when we're starting to plant crops. They'll burn us out when it's time to harvest. So, it's going to be all kinds of stuff here. They affect the food supply. All this weather derivatives and all this stuff is all planned, coordinated. And all that. No, I'm all good. This weird pain goes from my, it's like a nerve pain that goes around from my back down my elbow where it's numb. It'll let up. I just got to try to get in a different position here. So we had a second quake swarm in days rattles California-Nevada border, seismologists say. To me, this could be from the weight of the snow and the water. I've been talking about this for weeks now. You got all that excess weight, all that snow after all the droughts pushing down on the plates. We could see a big quake pop off. If you go back and look through history when they've created and built the dams, when they displace the water to build the dams, they can cause earthquakes up to like 4.5, 4.7 earthquakes. Now just think of all this weight from the snow and water and floods and landslides pushing down. We could get a big quake, so it's a heads up for a quake watch for the West Coast. So these are pretty small quakes, more than a dozen earthquakes reaching 3.8 rattled California-Nevada border. Bunch of little quakes. We'll just have to see, something to keep our eyes on. We also had a 4.8 hit the northern province up in Canada. That's pretty crazy. Friends watch avalanche sweep away a snowboarder over a volcano cliff to his death. This happened up in Oregon. The group alerted researchers at Wednesday, the 15th, at Paulina Peak, about 10 miles south of Bend. The active volcano, sometimes called Newberry Crater, has a caldera stretched 17 miles. Eric Maxim, 33-year-old, was snowboarding down the volcano when two people were skiing when the avalanche began to sweep him away, carried him over a cliff onto the volcano. He was still alive when they reached him, performing CPR. But an hour later, they determined he was beyond help. Poor guy. Just trying to have fun and gets blasted. Fire near Crookwell in New South Wales, Southern Tableland, upgraded to emergency level. See, they're starting to burn them out in Australia. First they flood them out, now they're going to burn them out. Same scenarios they use here. Here's some more Frankensteins. How do we harvest drinking water from thin air? Drinking water can be harvested from thin air using a technique inspired by desert plants and insects. You can also distill, man. You can make your own water with an empty water bottle. There's all kinds of techniques you can make your own water. You can take a little aluminum foil in a water bottle and point your aluminum foil, make like a little satellite dish, point it at the bottle, turn it upside down, it'll collect the water. There's all kinds of ways to make your own water. Water should be free, but yet they want to control every aspect of it. In Hawaii, the city council approves a bill that would establish firearms-free sensitive places. The city council on Wednesday approved a measure that would ban the public from carrying firearms into sensitive places, including schools, hospitals, and polling places. The measure is in response to a Supreme Court decision that expanded gun rights in the wake of the ruling. The chiefs received hundreds of concealed carry applications, granted 38. The bill approved by the city council on Wednesday establishes places where concealed carry weapons aren't allowed, even under the Supreme Court's broadened interpretation. So you can't bring them in city-owned buildings, state, federally owned buildings, schools, child care facilities, public parks, shelters, including homeless domestic violence shelters, places frequently by children, including aquarium, polling places, public transit, business that serve alcohol, large public gatherings, protests, concert venues, cannabis dispensaries, and hospitals. The bill also says those carrying a firearm have the duty to inform any interaction with law enforcement officer. Passing Bill 57 today was crucial to ensure safety of our communities. No, it makes it less safe. There's a good guy with a gun in these places will stop a bad guy at a gun. This is just making open targets. So now you can no longer protect yourself. These people all need to be ran out of office that don't believe in protecting your persons and your constitutional rights. These people got to get out of office, man. People need to stop voting for these psychopaths that don't believe in protection. They just want full control. I went over that the other day. Probably not going to play it. I think last time I played something like that, I got in trouble. So we got another storm over here by Madagascar, 92S. We got a couple of new ones popping up over here by Australia, New Zealand. Actually, it's pretty far north, more towards the islands there. Let me go check the mimic real quick. Actually, it does matter who you vote for if you start at the local level. You have to go all the way down to the bottom and work your way to the top. Whoa, we got a weird anomaly. Look at that weird anomaly. Well, a couple of them probably the sun weather. I've seen them before, but that's odd. It's right there where the bunker fuel and then over by India. Yeah, you have to start at the local level. You're not going to get anywhere with all the politicians that are in there now. They're all shills and scumbags. You have to start at the very bottom, and that's the only way to change what's going on. Let me put this on North America. Whoa, look at that. That's pretty freaky. So, yeah. Look at that. The whole atmospheric river is all blowed out, but it's going right into where the bunker fuel operation was. Here's all the energy coming up for the storms. I got that documented good enough. Alright, so let's just take a look and toggle the data. Here, let's check the power outage map real quick. I haven't looked at that. So California still got 32,000 without power, 12,000 for Texas, Puerto Rico 8,000, Vermont 5,000, Florida 4,000. And we're going to see these start going up. We got 1,800 in Oklahoma. So these are going to start popping off a little bit higher as this storm starts heading to the east. And we got some pretty good watches right there. Let me go ahead and put that on there. Let me open up another one, then we'll go look at see what kind of watches and warnings we got. If we got kind of tornadoes on the ground or anything like that. I'm not sure yet. Check here, active warnings. So we do Smith, Texas. We got a radar indicated tornado, 1-inch hail size. Severe thunderstorms for Williamson, Texas, Smith, Texas, Travis, Texas. So like I said, that bunker fuel operation, man, this is the whole culprit for the weather right now. This is what's causing the storm we have right now. This is also going to lead to people getting asthma and other health issues. Anyway, I got one more round of doctor visits next week, and then after that, hopefully all my liver's okay, and then I can go full natural after next week. Just got to get this liver back, the tumor out of this liver, and then I'll be able to go back to full natural. Can't live without a liver, so that's the main goal that I'm working on right now, trying to get it back into health. And thanks for everybody sending me that happy lung tea and all that, and I will call you. Just send me an email, a good time to get a hold of you. fact, I got quite a bit of stuff sent to me in the PO that I've been using. I think that may be why I'm feeling better. All the newer stuff people have been sending me. I already do all that, Tracy. I keep my pH perfect and all that stuff. Believe me, I've been working on this for over a year now. So where'd the storms go here? Okay, here they come. Suckers are booking. Yeah, I really didn't see a whole lot there. And that's the right. That was the right radar. All right, tornado warning issued for Smith County until 9:15, so it's still got 15 more minutes. Severe thunderstorm producing capable over Chandler, about 10 miles west of Tyler. Hey, that's where the weather modification company is. Tyler, Texas. Quarter size hail, radar indicated rotation. Other locations impacted by New Chapel Hill and Noonday. All right, so right now we only have one. And let me see if I can expand this out. It won't let me see if I get the full map. Here, it's not the full map. It's crazy. Nothing there, but that here. Let's go back here. Let me take off the watches warning. Let's see what kind of aerosols and all that stuff we got going on here. Do a little enhancement on here. Oh, wow. Look at the spray operation over British Columbia, Washington, Oregon. You got a monster new spray operation up there. So, yeah, we got a big spraying operation up to the northwest. And, of course, they're definitely seeding out in front of the storm here. What we've seen is they did the aviation part of it 2 days before the storms, and then the bunker fuel operation was 2 to 5 days, and then right up into the storm. So we got another little spray job right there in Texas feeding this system right now. Let's go check the sun weather real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got more coming in for the West Coast. We'll look here. So the solar winds are still, they're okay. They're a little high, 435 kilometers a second. Polar radio blackouts is subsiding. Hopefully my telescope will start working. Inside the Arctic Circle, shortwave radios are working again as a 3-day blackout triggered by Monday's extremely rare CME subsides. The blackout is called a polar cap absorption event caused by energetic protons accelerated towards Earth by the CME. So it struck on the 15th, which was yesterday. The impact was so strong it sparked auroras over both ends of our planet, first to south. Red auroras lit up the sky, man. It looks like hell. This is in New Zealand. Reports a strong glow persisted for over an hour or so on the southern horizon, with occasional periods of the bright rays extending upwards towards the north, getting even the light pillars. And this affected my telescope. I haven't been able to connect my telescope to the GPS for 3 or 4 days. Now, I did get a few shots, I think 2 nights ago, of the Hercules star cluster and something else. So where's that one that's supposed to come real close today? Or not really seeing it here, unless it's this one. No, that's the 17th. That's tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's the one. So it's 17 meters, 0.06, so just a little bit over half the distance of the moon. Coming in pretty close. And it looks like on the 25th we got one even closer coming in, a little bit less than half of the moon. And I did film a couple sunspots. I'm still trying to get my solar cameras to work better, but I can't get a clear enough day to do it here. So here's a shot I got from just my regular camera shoved in my, man, it's not responding. Yeah, my little telescope, man, I can't really zoom in on the sun. It's a wide field telescope, but you can see all the little sunspots. This is just with a regular camera shoved in my telescope with just like a paper solar filter, and I was shooting through trees. That's why there's this kind of dark line there. And what it looked like is this. That's what it looked like when I was filming it. Like it's just little through the camera. And then I also did the moon. See, my little telescope, man, I can't really get zoomed in there very good. So without the big telescope, can't do a whole lot. And that's not even a good picture there. And I did get, here's what I'm working on. So here's the, see, my cameras are real wide field, but here's the Hercules star cluster. The beginning of it is not real good. I'm not done shooting it yet. This is only about 2 hours. And what else did I film? I filmed the Bode's Galaxy, which I'm working on. I need a lot more exposure time on that. It's only a couple hours. And let's get out of that. Trying to think. Let's go ahead and let's just look at the earthquakes real quick. For some reason, I lost my Earthquake 3D Pro, man. I just got the stock version. I can't find the full version. Yeah, I don't have hardly any pictures for March, man. We haven't had any clear skies, man. And then if I do have a clear sky, I tried to film this, so I tried the solar scope, and it was just too, like I can't get there's too many trees in the way. Like that's as clear as I could get it, and that sucks. Like I took a few shots, yeah, like I just can't get it. What else did I? And then that was I already looked at that one. And this was a different program. I tried a different program to, yeah, see that's got trees all in the way. I just couldn't get it. Pretty big sunspot there, but if I can get this telescope dialed in right here, I'll be able to pick up the filaments and all that stuff. Hopefully. And then we're going to be giving away another telescope pretty soon. And I did try to re-film the Rosetta, but just nothing's coming out good. I can't get it to, my stars are all oblong. I got something going on with the mount. Yeah, that was no good either. Like everything I filmed this month is no good. So really I have nothing for this month so far. Just a couple crappy pictures. And let's take a look at this map. Strong winds, strong circulation. These are the storms rolling through right now. Probably gonna get some snow here in Missouri tonight. Hopefully it's the last snow. Which we really haven't even had snow. I think the alien invasion's what's going on at the border, man. That's the real invasion. Don't need to use Photoshop. All I do is take photos, align the colors, give it a little saturation. I don't do all kinds of editing, man. I just shoot the pictures, then align the colors, align the saturation, and that's it. Now, if my camera was modified, if I took the IR cut filters and all that off, I'd even get more colors and more stuff. People should really learn about cameras and quit buying into all this fake space stuff, because it is real. It's made by God. Stars, the moon, the heavens, all made by God. If you don't believe it, then you're believing the satanic narrative that everything's fake. You don't believe in God. You don't believe any of that stuff. And you don't believe in faith and all that stuff, man. Common sense prevails. And research. Alright, what did I wanted to look at here? Trying to think what else I wanted to do before we jump off here. Guess we could go look at the Earth. No. Let's go ahead and check the polar vortex and all the temperatures and all that crazy stuff. So the polar vortex is still missing. We have no polar vortex. Actually, it looks like it's starting to head back south already, which is early. Let's go back to last year. We're ahead of schedule or something. I mean, this basically should be what the polar vortex should look like right now. That's last year, and it's just gone. And it seems way too early to start heading back down to the south, but I guess it could be. I know around November is when it moved from the south to the north, so 6 months from them should be more towards like June or a little bit before June. Let's check the jet stream. Look at that, they got the jet stream right down into the bunker fuel operation. Straightened out. Where's our gear drives? Usually we got the little gear drives up here. Totally flattened out the jet stream. Now let's go back and check the temperatures. No sound, should be sound. Let me check here. Yeah, we got sound here. Yeah, I'm not sure why you're not getting sound there. All right, what are we looking at? Wind, temperatures. Wow. Where's all the cold air? I mean, the cold is just like blew apart too. Wonder if that's all from the sun blasting it. Let me go back a few days. Let's go back to about the 1st. So they had the heating event around the 1st. Let's go back a little farther. Let's go back to last month. See, look, they really had a heating event. There's the polar vortex there. They had a major heating event over Russia, pushing it over into Europe. And now it's just gone, man. The polar vortex winds are gone. The big polar vortex air mass is gone. And I'm not sure if that's from the sun or not. Anyway, that's pretty crazy stuff. Check our wave heights. A lot of waves out there in the Atlantic. A lot of waves down there in the Antarctic. Go and check our carbon dioxide surface concentrations. Not too bad. Let's go and look at our carbon monoxide. You know, we're carbon beings, and it takes carbon to live, but yet it's like they're outlawing it. A little bit high over there on the East Coast. We take a look over here. Looks like India's still in the black. China's still looking pretty nasty. You know, these are the pollution people right here. Look at the sulfur dioxide. Like I said, these are the shipping industry lanes, these lines. And we can see where the mass fuel operation, there shouldn't have been any. It looks even, you can definitely see it better with the nitrogen. So that big shipping industry thing right here is not part of the natural shipping lanes. It just goes to show you that they're doing things other than, you know, supplying goods and services. How you think that there be? Like I said, we can just go look up the bunker fuel. I mean, I show this all the time if anybody's new here. We'll show it again so people know what it really is. Here, I think I got to type in fuel oil. Fuel oil, Wikipedia. So here we go. Fuel oil. Its fractions obtained by the distillation of petroleum, crude oil. Such oils include lighter fractions. Fuel oils include heavy fuel oil, marine fuel, bunker fuel, furnace oil, home heating oil, diesel fuels. But if you just go down to the health impacts of this stuff, because of the low quality of the bunker fuel when burned, it's especially harmful to the health of humans, causing serious illness and deaths. Prior to the IMO's 2020 sulfur cap, which they didn't employ, shipping industry air pollution was estimated to cause around 400,000 premature deaths each year from lung cancer, cardiovascular disease, as well as 14 million childhood asthma cases each year. That's what we're getting from this. It's also called cloud brightening, cloud whitening. In fact, we could do a little quick search just to see what that says. Probably spelled it wrong. Here we go. Marine cloud brightening. Marine cloud brightening, also known as marine cloud seeding. Marine cloud engineering is a proposed solar radiation management climate engineering technique that would make clouds brighter, reflecting a small fraction of incoming sunlight back into space to offset the global warming. Along with stratospheric aerosol injection, it's one of the two solar radiation management methods to be used. So here you go, man. It's easy to research this stuff. And you can see their picture, man. Here they are. It's the same things I'm showing you on a nightly basis, what they're doing. But yet they lie about it and call us conspiracy theorists and said it's not happening, when tonight's show just proved them completely wrong in what they really are doing. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this a show. And we'll, tomorrow night, if I do a show, it'll be over on the main channel. Thanks out there, Mary. We're just going to try to alternate channels every other night. 16-day forecast will go on both channels. And then I may have to delete off one of them. Like, I'll leave it up there a week or two, and then I'll delete it, one of them. And then hopefully I don't get, both channels took down for one missing I said, because they changed the rules on YouTube about you can't talk about climate change, but we talk about it every night, so it's only a matter of time before they try to hit me again. Anyway, guys, armor on. Much love, eyes to the sky. Hopefully here in a few weeks I'll be giving away the other telescope. I'll get all the details. I just want to film with it one more time. I'm still working on the observatory to get it up there so I can try to use it. And then we'll give away that telescope. It's an $800 telescope, brand new. Haven't even used it yet. I used the mount, but not the telescope. Anyway, guys, armor on, eyes to the skies. That's where you'll find the truth. Look for yourself. I mean, people should really enjoy the skies. They're blocking the skies with satellites. They're blocking the skies with fake clouds. They're turning the blue skies white. That's their goal. Pretty soon, we're never going to be able to see the skies. It'll just be a grid up there. So we might as well enjoy it now. Anyway, armor on. Much love. I'm out of here. We'll catch you tomorrow or this weekend. It's weather warfare for a fact. Anyway, guys, be safe out there. And here we go. We're